Hello everyone, welcome to another Penguin Academy game analysis. We are still in the 2025 World Championships, and this is the third and deciding matchup in this pairing. Hopefully you've just watched the first two. We have Tector's Lizards versus PurpleChest's Dark Elves. There is overtime in play in this game, and it will go to kicks if it is still a draw at the end of overtime. There must be a winner in this match. No more games for you guys. Well, for one of you, literally. I didn't see who won the toss again. It was the Lizards. Both coaches deciding to receive upon winning the toss. Sorry about that. Something interesting happened and I was answering a text. Right. Once again, we have decided to set up badly against a blitz. I don't know why people keep doing it. Like, there's just no reason for it. Why? Just why? Why? Again, I would just put the skinks there, right? So for me, the best setup here is you can still get your 3 dice with the Crocs. He needs to be in. The skink needs to be there. And then the Saurus needs to be on the outside. Do the same on the other side. And then the 2 skinks at the back fill the weak spots there and there. Or there and there, or whatever. And then the chameleon can just move 3 squares backwards anyway, right? To the middle. There's just no reason to not set up properly. None. And we're about to find out why that's a problem. Because the Dark Elves have got a blitz. Oh, this looks like we're blitzing him and doing the 2+ dodging. No, we're not. Okay, don't know why we based him at all then. Okay. Why are the other ones not in play? Why did we only move 2 players? Wait, 3 players. Where's the 4th player? So there's the first one. There's the second one. Why have we not moved another one? Can we not reach anywhere good? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wanted to go through that square, so I guess you do it with this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just go there, right? Seem to have wasted a player in the backfield. But bad blitz defense, not punished due to a 1. And we even caught the ball, so yay. Not yay, is it? I hate it. Full POW, not great, but not dead, so not really relevant. This is the third and deciding game, Mordred. Yeah, I don't mind that. It's not the best, because it's just getting 3 dice, isn't it? But forces the blitz backwards, and 3 dice is only 40% for a POW, so could still be standing. Oh, that is a tasty little nugget. Oh, the Apo comes in, but that's still a removal for this drive. Like, no removals for the Dark Elves. The Lizards are going to struggle without that extra Saurus. Much easier to tag off the Saurus with Blodgers and stuff if there's less of them, obviously. And we do stay on our feet. This is the third and deciding match, yes. Very weird staying there. Oh, well, I've jinxed PC. There goes a Lino. Sorry about that, PC. That's my bad. Okay, can we do anything here? Should we do anything here? Those are the two questions. Probably not. There are chains available, but it doesn't seem like there's anything good as a chain available. Just fills all the squares with bodies. But you do get more blocks here. So we get the block on the skink. We get the blitz on the skink to base the ball. And then we get the block here if we put in the assists, which we should. And then we get the block here, which we put in the assists, which we should do it that way around so that the runner is safe over there. And we do that. Actually, the runner can come round right to the bottom and he can go there, and then he can just block and not even have to worry if you get pushes. And then we do a 3+ dodge at the end. That's probably the turn for me. Okay. I don't know why we didn't blitz with him onto the gate. Oh god, hang on, we've just done the thing. Are we doing a dive? We're doing a dive, aren't we? These early dives just don't seem to be the play. I mean, they might work, right? They always have the chance of... God damn it. Excuse me. Hang on. I'm going to need to get a drink. Sorry about that. Sometimes my condition comes upon me with no warning. I now have a drink. I have a snack because swallowing helps. And I'm in. What were we talking about? I believe we were talking about these, like, what looks like another cage dive happening. Sure, but like, it's not going to change, is it? We talked about this. Like, it feels like it's an unnecessary early risk to give up what is currently good pressure. Sure, but it's turn 2. There's a pretty big gap of the game between turn 2 and turn 7. You had 4 blocks this turn, 2 of them on skinks, and he has no Apo anymore. And we made nothing again. So we don't get the blocks. We do luckily get a reroll. Oh no. Oh no. Why were we even were we doing another cage dive? I think we were, weren't we? That's why we cut the corner. I'm not certain why it helps. Because you won this guy as recovery? The greed? I'm pausing and talking slowly because I'm eating my snack. I mean, I'm on board with the not no point, but just needless high rolling when you were more in control. What is it, like less than a 30% sack?
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
I am chomping. I got some little baked crisps because they're dry and swallowing them helps my throat condition. Yeah, if you invest the reroll, it bumps the less than 30 up to about 40. Which is roughly the same as an armor break on a Dark Elf. Like, maybe if it's like, you know, K-Fool, Davo, Jim or something, I'd be rolling the 55s just because it's only going to be 55s. And I like, if I have any semblance of recovery, I might as well take it. But this is completely unnecessary. 2 turns ago, you had 4 blocks, 2 on skinks. If you knock both skinks down, it's hard to even make a better cage. It doesn't likely, come on, that's an exaggeration, isn't it? Like, even if you make the sack, it still matters where this fucking ball goes. There are 3 squares it can just land in, which are irrelevant to you. You're not getting it. It could land on any of these. They could actually get it. If it goes on any of these, it can land in any of these squares. It absolutely doesn't likely win the game. Is a possibility if he wins the game. I don't even think it's a more likely than not possibility of winning the game. That's kind of the point. It's high rolling. I don't think you need to high roll. You had 4 blocks, 2 on armor 7 skinks, and the end result of that is still the same, where he has to clear the ball and make a cage. If you're doing that every turn, like, he's staying here for the entire drive. He's never going to get forward with a protected cage. That wins you the game more than just constantly cage diving, hoping for the 30% or whatever. You could have just outplayed him. You're better than him. I mean, it's also ignoring the downside of the fail. Like, the downside of the fail is basically free movement of the cage wherever he wants to go, blitzing whoever he wants to blitz. Here we go, look. Blitzing the 2 skinks and then forcing them to dodge away from the people who blocked or blitzed them. Turns out it's pretty good. See, now this is annoyance for him, isn't it? How does he get a better cage here? This is what you could have done 2 turns ago. When you had an extra player on pitch. He should have gone there. And the second Kaz is in. and we revert back. Could have been a little different if we'd stuck the other witch in, by the way. Just saying. Could have put the other witch in on the cage. Wasn't a free 2 dice then. Would have had to have opened with a Crocs block, which would have won the game if it'd gone wrong. Could have done a 1 in 9 through with him to come and base the cage on this side with the other blitzer as well. The lack of pressure with the last two players is what ended up allowing him to clear. Bit unlucky to take the Kaz, obviously, but the clear wasn't hard. He doesn't move anywhere, by the way. This is the point, right? He didn't move anywhere. So, your dice do have 5s on, right, PC? Your dice do have 5s on, right? If he fucks up with the Crocs, if he 1 in 9s, or even if he 1 in 6s, it's next to impossible to clear that cage, right? If we go back to this, if this witch is here and has to be cancelled out by the Crocs, and this blitzer went this way, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 went to there, like, how do you clear the cage? Like, you pretty much can't clear the cage. So the pressure is a good idea, but we left 2 players out, and just allowed the clear, right? This is a 2 dice, this is a 2 dice, this is a 2 dice. He gets a 2 dice, and then the skink gets the last 2 dice. But look at the turn. Who the hell gives a shit about the potato? The potato gives you a 2 or 3 turn. That's a win. Even if you don't catch up with it. Which, you know, you should do, right? Because the ball is on a movement 7 piece, and you got 3 movement 7 pieces lined up here. 2 squares in front of him. I don't know how he potatoes without getting sacked. So I think the pressure was right. So this guy hadn't activated, so there was even the possibility of this guy basing the Crocs at a different angle and then dodging him off. So the Crocs couldn't block this way. And therefore the Crocs couldn't cancel out the witch in this square. Because that's how he does it, right? Even if you put the witch in there, the Crocs block tags the witch, still gives him a 2 dice, still gives him a 2 dice, still gives him a 2 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice. Like, he still has mostly cleared then. There's a witch on the cage, but it's like, you know, on a block Saurus, and there's a Crocs covering the same angle of the cage. So this one could have gone there. It could have dodged through and gone there, and then the witch there, and then this one's off. Like, it's... Sure, but, like, think about when he's going to take that block, right? Not only has he got to roll a full pow at a 30%, he's got to do it basically at the end of the turn. It might not even get to take the block because he's going to have to dodge with a skink, do whatever he's doing over here, block with a skink, blitz with a skink. He might not even get to the Crocs block. Like, the turn could be over by the time he gets to think about blocking with the Crocs. So it's only 30% to pow him, on top of the percentage chance he doesn't even get to take that block. 20-odd% because of the bonehead. And now we have the same problem, except we're a player down. So now we try to do the cage dive again, and when it fails, he wanders off. Oh. I mean, I would want it off right, but there we go. The stun means he can use this square. He could Vengabus. Hasn't Vengabus once. He's just been using variations of the H cage. Don't like leaving that open while rolling a block with his one reroll. If the cage was there, he could have eaten the dub skulls there. Yeah, I mean, now the cage dive is pretty much all you actually have, so... I mean, it is amusing that you've now failed 6 coin flips. 4 of them I'm happy about failing because I didn't like them. The other 2 a bit sad. Is this the one time that the idiot square or chance column is better? Like, if he goes wrong here, this blitzer can hit him. And this guy can hit him. So really, just standing there means you're guaranteed to not be hit by anyone. The one time someone doesn't go into chance column. And it turns out to be the play. On the sideline. The sideline is good, right? Like, no one can reach the sideline. With even crazy dice. That's pretty funny. Oh, he didn't even hit the... Okay, that's funny. He didn't even hit with the Crocs, so... The 30% one dice is on? Are we going to change that with the Witch or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. We'd have to dodge through 3, 3, 2 to go there, and then the dive. I mean, in Jim's defense, we are mostly the same person, and I've hated it since the first time you did it. So I suspect so did Jim. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's real, real bad. Oh, that's real, real bad. They, yes, funny. Can we at least acknowledge, by the way, that as sad as that it all is that we're laughing at this, the dodge actually was a 5. There was actually a 5 in the dodge. It just wasn't good enough this one particular time. Yeah, that's what the problem is, right? The dive in is high rolly. Even if it's a reasonable percentage high roll, it's not like going for like constant 6+s or anything, but it is still high rolly when you shouldn't need to high roll. Like, it's a compliment, if anything, right? We're saying that you don't need to high roll to win this game. So all you're doing by high rolling is, you know, opening yourself up to like dicing yourself, which has happened. Now you need to high roll because you're on 8 players. We get the 1D. Let's go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well. All right. So far, so good. Not really, but you know. Yes! Let's go! Oh, okay, that... would have hoped that was a POW. And this is a pretty annoying pass. Oh! Oh my days, the 6s! Yeah! So many high dice! That's where they all were hiding from the cage dives. And just to be clear, well done, right? That I believe was the best way to do that one turn. So, good Blood Bowl rewarded. It's almost PC, like you could have just played good Blood Bowl for the entire game instead of right there and not have needed that because you are capable of it. Yeah, I'm not the best one-turner in the world. I keep pointing it out, but eyeballing it, that was, to me, the best way to do that one turn. Like, I couldn't see anything better than needing the 1Ds. With an extra player, maybe. Could have passed first. Yeah. I don't know what the odds are for that. Possibly worth it. And Tector just once again, backlines-ish. Weirdly close backlines. It was worth the pass first, fair enough. I didn't even see where the ball was until he threw it. I was looking at the one turn. Yes, we are down to 8 elves. So, Mr. PurpleChest, are we going to do the thing named after your favorite Blood Bowl player in the world? Yes. It isn't, because it's against you. With lizards, yes. But we just saw how Tector defends against a 1-turn. So I would at least be like, oh, I'll give this a go. Let's see how bad he is at defending against a Daka. Not everyone is, like, up on correct Daka defense. Yeah, I mean, it just... Even just killing the couple of turns helps. Like, you're going to have to do the same thing here as you're going to do here, right? But at least killing 2 turns helps. It just helps the structure of the drive. Even if you end up still having to potato straight away and scoring early, like, and giving him a 2 or 3 turn, you're going to end up having to do that anyway here if with the same dice happen. And then you give him like a 4 or 5 turn, which is just worse. This is a reasonable anti-blitz defense with 8 players. It's better than nothing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, we went for the pickup with him. We went for the pickup with him and not the pro guy. I would have done the dodges. I probably would have done the dodges. He can't really reach. And then picked up on the pro guy. Still snake, yeah, but can't do anything about dice. Exactly, Tempest, right? Brings out the worst in people. Throw a few €100 into the mix. PC suckling at the Daka teat. I do like making an odd shape here. Just to break up the, the defensive shape that he's... But, I mean, just look at this, right? Look at this. Let's see what happens this turn and see if he does, like, create a correct Daka, like, defensive shape. I mean, immediately no. Well, this is glorious. In case anyone's wondering why we say things like safe moves first, Exhibit A. This would be why safe moves first is a bit of a mantra. Because that has just wasted an entire turn, which is absolutely amazing for PC. Because that's all he's trying to do here, right? The aim of the Daka here is to waste turns. Because there's almost no way for 8 Dark Elves to safely fuck around and stall an entire drive in the middle of the pitch against a full team of lizards. So even just killing the 2 turns where you run backwards is great. And then, as mentioned, based on how he defended the 1 turn, based on him not correctly performing his own 1 turn with the redundancy built in that a better player would do, you could, not reliably, but you could infer that maybe he's not going to play this as optimally as possible. And he hasn't. Thus, exaggerating the payoff for a Daka. Hello, Penef. Shame the 3 dice doesn't work there. Would have been lovely. Yes. I feel like this might be a bit too early, to be honest. I'd probably have stalled out another turn here, waiting to see what he did. This feels too early to me and tagging off too early. But pushing the score in and getting to overtime will at least be a thing you can do, right? So it's not the worst. There is, in case anyone's noticed, by the way, there is a ninja chameleon literally living up to his name in the back of the pitch. Now, on the one hand, that could be really sneaky of Tector. On the other hand, Tector could also have lost it. Depending on how zoomed in he plays. Yes. So when you move the players back and you zoom back out, like people play in all kinds of weirdness, right? People play really low. What I used to like complain about on Blood Bowl 2 a lot was the angle that people played was like this. Like people would play Blood Bowl like this. This to me is like watching TV through a fisheye lens or something, and you can't accurately see like paths, complicated pathing through players and things from this low. And then worse is people do this. People play like this. And now you just can't see anything going on in the rest of the pitch. If you're playing like this, you need better glasses. Like I'm old and wearing like cheap glasses off Amazon, and I don't need to be this zoomed in. Like you need to fix how you play. There is the alternative, which is also something I don't recommend, which is the Sol blimp, which is like constantly playing the entire game from up here. I don't really recommend that either. Just get yourself something comfortable where you can see most of the pitch. Like this is roughly where it is good, right? You're zoomed in enough, you can see behind players, you can better visualize paths, but you can see like that guy who's really far away. Oh, yeah. Anyone playing like this has a fucking head in their freezer. So there's a real good place for this Crocs right here. Oh, okay. So there was a real good place for the Crocs right there. So we've ignored that real good place. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I was absolutely not expecting this blitz up the side. This is a lot of rushes, isn't it? This seems like a lot of rushes are about to happen. I was expecting the pull back through the middle here. through him. No, you just put one on him and then blitz with, I don't know, the ball carrier maybe? Okay, we're on rushes and dodges. And another rush. We made that. And... okay, we're doing... oh, okay, that's a... what are we... what is happening? Okay. And now we need to make a 3+. Oh, we're going to make a 4+? No, we're going to snake. Okay. I don't know why it bothers to tell you that prehensile tail exists when you roll a snake. Like, prehensile tail didn't cause that. Really no need for that to be in the log. But this is, please God, don't roll a full POW turn. I think with this many turns left, we could probably have more safely moved the ball back through the middle. This was a lot of rushes, some dodges. We did roll a number of bad dice. There were a bunch of ones in there. Yeah, I'm not shitting on it like some of the other stuff. Like, I get the push, but it... because, like, this could have gone wrong too, right? You could have put an assist in and then blitzed and it was, you know, a 1 in 9 or something. That sucks. But you had enough turns to correct a bad turn. And as long as the bad turn wasn't ball on the ground or ball exposed. Like, if this is a 1 in 9 here, you can pro the skull, do a 1 in 36 dodge back behind the screen and stay safe here, dodge some other players, you know, spread out a bit. You still have turns after that to do something. It is going to suck after that. But 55% of the time you get the POW. More with pro, to be fair. And the ball is over here, and you probably only need like 3 elves at that point to cage it. Like, this guy could have just stood up, right? And then that Saurus is useless. Like, you could just get away with, like, 2 elves to screen and 2 elves to tag these two, and you're good. I don't feel how doing this makes that less likely, though. That was, like, 6 rushes, multiple dodges, a 75% dodge. This runner's staying on the Crocs if any of that fails. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a lot less likely that someone's taking an armor break that turn. We do not get full POW'd. Glorious lack of full powage. I think the problem, I think the possible problem with leaving the blodger there is a chain push. Because, look, he's only one, this one's only 1 away from the cage. So there was also a possibility of chain pushing the Saurus for extra dice on the ball. Like, if you do this blitz and you don't get the POW, and he pushes to there, you can put a skink there, and then the Crocs can blitz him up, and you get 4 more dice on the ball. So I would have dodged him, just because, I mean, I don't know what would have happened or what the thing, but sometimes you can just look at something and gut feeling that, like, you don't want to leave that guy there. Like, it's really, that's just it, right? You just don't want to leave that guy there. That looks bad. You don't need to spend 3 minutes of your time clock working out exactly why it's bad. Once you get a lot of experience, you can just gut feeling it. It's like, oh, that's bad. And then sometimes your gut fails you, like leaving a Saurus 2 squares from the ball. We've talked about it before when saying things like, you can look at something and because of a clumped up shape, you can just look at something and be like, okay, there's probably some kind of chain here. And that then leads to you being like spending some time looking for it. Like, but you need that initial gut feeling. You don't have to see the chain, but you need to know when to spend time looking for something like that. Okay, so that skink's in the wrong square, right? You needed someone there. Because if you blitz this, that's a 1 in 9. You can't leave that. That's like the best way out. And there we go. Okay, bit annoying if you pop dodge on the first one, to be fair. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I kind of like just basing this. I kind of like just basing this Saurus there with the witch. And then utilizing him to maybe base him. So they can't be cleared. That feels better. Because the witch going there is still a screen with this blodger, right? No rerolls, Tempest. So got to do the built-in. Got to take advantage of your built-ins, which is why I like that PC went back once he popped dodge. Because he no longer had the built-in for the 3-2. But once you make this and you still have your dodge intact, it's great to get through. So and I really like that. But then I didn't like that this went there. If that had gone in the corner, it maintains the screen. And then if you make this one dodge and tag him, all of the Saurus are tagged, and all he's got really is skink dodges. The problem we got here is it's just getting blitzed, isn't it? We had the dice there to make this really hard to blitz. But Blodge survives again. And he doesn't re-roll. He's just going to jam you in. Interesting. There's a rush. Someone should go there. I mean, not really. Like, nothing on the outside of these. Blocking back here. This skink can maybe block one of the sides. But now can't. So with Pro as well, like it's basically a 3-3-2 with a built-in dodge and a Pro reroll. Like this is too easy to score, right? Is the problem. Can't really do anything with any of these players. I don't think. Not even certain it's worth taking the block on the skink. And there we go. All right. So worst case scenario for PC is now overtime. I mean, it's still a bad case scenario of overtime when you have 8 elves and they have a full team of lizards. But it's now worst case scenario is overtime. We have to stop the score. And can we just talk about not setting up against a blitz again? You got blitzed on, mate. Like, it's already happened in this game. My brain boggles at people that just are like, whatever. Nothing I could do. Got blitzed on, didn't I? It's bizarre. Like, what? Why? Why are you not setting up against a blitz? Even if you just forget, like, getting blitzed on, like, a half hour ago or an hour ago, whenever it was. PC does play like a granny, so it was probably an hour ago. Like, it should have reminded you that it exists. So confused by these weird movements, the weird random shapes we're making. All right, the pickup's real. Oh, we're doing a handoff as well. Okay, and we make it. Not even burning the reroll. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. This is not a cage. Like, this can be a 2 dice block. And then this angle is just open to a sack. Like, he stands up, that tags him. We got 2 assists here with the witches to take a 2 dice block. That tags him. Doesn't even need a power, it can just be a push. And then this is just straight 2 dice with block on the ball. Which seems pretty bad when you have 11 players. It is one of the most complicated non-cages I've ever seen. Like, that's an impressive way to fit all of your players into a not cage. The frenzy with the witch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a rush. Maybe it's better. Like, if you stand up here, everything's tagged anyway. So you do get a 4 dice if you don't frenzy. But a wrestle is worse than a block. But yeah, I could see going with the witch. It's fine. The percentage chance of getting the extra hit on the ball is fine, isn't it? But it's pretty crazy that this is a real thing. No, we don't go for that. We go for the... Get out of town! That's not better. Did you just not see that that wasn't a cage? Like, that was the... So here's what could have happened. Just to be clear, here's what could have happened. To give PC the benefit of the doubt, before the ball ended up where it was, and then we moved other players, and we ended up in not a cage, the red dice was already my play. Block on no block with pro, the red dice is pretty good. So the red dice was already my play. And then, as it turns out, there was no cage. There we go. A PC saying similar things. That does happen, right? You see a play, it seems pretty good to you, it gets blinkered in your head, and then you don't reassess when the last couple of opponents' players move. I'm very bad for this. When people ask me what my worst things as a player are, this is actually the thing, which is why I'm talking about it. This is the thing that I consider my worst habit as a player, outside of, like, you know, the quitting and whatever. That's not really as a player, that's just as a human. As a player, this is my worst habit. I think it's probably related to my ADHD, but it doesn't matter. Blinkers on a play that I see and is good, and then not reassessing correctly, is probably my biggest fault as a player, which is why I immediately, like, guessed that this is what could have happened. It's not like other people don't do it. It's just I do it too much. It's wrong, just to be clear. Interesting that we went for the wrestle and didn't look for a cheekier pow. I think I probably would have taken the wrestle too, to be fair. I don't think this put in a better defensive than that block. That's nuts. It's the same fucking players. Push skull on these skillless linos is real nice. Full power on the witch, not so nice. Blitz is the blodger and not the runner. Okay, you had to blitz. So you had to blitz the runner there, and then send the skinks that way, away from the two blitzers. Please put a scoring threat in place. Please put a scoring threat in place. Please put a score. Okay. Please put another one in place. Oh, never mind. We're going to go for the pickup, but we've done it anyway. This is okay. So there are two paths here, aren't there? There's the jump up hit, freeing a path to the ball, or there's just utilizing the 4+ dodge in to sack the ball. We don't immediately snake, so that's pretty good. Oh, this looks like we're going for the 4+ in then. I mean, to be fair, nothing wrong with that, right? It's a 4+ with rerolls, 75%. If you try the jump up, the only way to hit the ball is a 5+ with something that can hit it. You can naked 2+ if you want. You could have naked 2+ into the jump up, but I still don't think that's better anyway. We make a dodge. We've made a dodge. We've rolled a POW. And we've caught it. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. We are 1-2+ away. We've got it. Guaranteed victory. Nothing can possibly go wrong here. He says, no, knowing it really can. It's not a POW, but it is a wrestle. Oh, it's far away. It's very far away. And a 1 in 9 secures the victory for the purplest of chests. I think in that game, finally, that is the right result. Dubious bits aside, I think Tector made far more mistakes in that game than he did in the previous two. So, right result. And we will see PC in the money rounds. Guaranteed 400 euros. It was in there. It was in there in places. The one turn was real nice. We will talk about the matchups when we get the rest of them. We'll do a quarterfinal preview of who's playing who in the matchups. That is a slight problem, yes. We should probably mention that at some point. Do you want to mention it now, PC? We can put it at the end of your game here. PC is supposed to be on a lovely romantic getaway with Mrs. PC at the same time as these games are going to be played. Can we have the capability of taking a laptop and playing them in Vienna, right? Do we have this capability? If we don't have this capability, you have 400 euros to spend. Buy a laptop. Can you borrow a laptop? You have many Blood Bowling friends. Can you not borrow a laptop? put the call out on One World, One Blood Bowl and in your Discord. Does anyone have a laptop I could borrow for a weekend to play the World Championships on, please? Oh, Krampus Bowl is going to be at the same time as the games, then, you mean, as well? We don't actually know when the games are, do we? We don't know what time of day the games are, but they're not usually in the evenings, right? They're usually in the days. So it would be the same time as the games you're supposed to play while there. Well, okay, quite the conundrum. I will end the video for YouTube there. They can find out in the next round what PC is doing about his possible divorce and the World Championships. We will see you in the next pairing. 2 left in the round of 16.